What's going on, everybody? My name is Will DB, and welcome to the show. Coming at you from our kind of shitty set. But look, with all the horrible shit that's been going on this year, a lot of us in the comedy scene at Purdue have been doing a lot of thinking about how to keep the laughs alive despite all the distance that's been put between us. So we've been trying to create something completely different. Now, this first episode of what we're making is going to be kind of unique. We're making what we're calling a pilot episode, so that we have something to show to people, and so that we have something to prove that we have a concrete thing here. So expect some different content and at least 40% more ass-kissing than we usually do. On a completely unrelated note, have you heard about those amazing Crazy Monkey live streams they've been having? Pretty cool. Anyway, with that being said, this is something that a lot of people are very passionate about, and we hope that this episode can serve as an open invitation to anyone out there who's passionate as well. Come on, reach out. We hope to create something that everyone who wants to bring comedy to Purdue can contribute to. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. We're going to begin with some of the top headlines from the month. Let's start with the obvious. In what felt like one of those drawn-out Dragon Ball Z scream fights, the United States just wrapped up its annual old people fight, and one old man has finally been chosen to reign supreme.
CNN projects Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected the 46th president of the United States.
Projecting a winner, we can say that Joe Biden is on track to be the next president of the United States of America, the 46th president of the United States.
That's right, it's finally over, and Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. has won the election and will become the next president of the United States. Whew, just by saying that, I'm pretty sure I just made the entire cast of SNL jizz in their pants, but it's none of my business. But it really is a crazy news story, though. America has finally made its voice heard. We're tired of having an old white man who's definitely racist and is way too rapey, so we're replacing him with an equally old white man who's only probably racist and is only kind of rapey. Everyone wins. In all seriousness, though, I do have to admit, I'm so relieved to hear this news. Not necessarily because of the obvious extreme liberal bias on my part, but because I can finally enjoy the reactions of all these Trump supporters and conservatives who've spent the last 4 years calling me a snowflake. Am I petty? Yes. Is it wonderful? Equally yes. People have taken to describing these wonderful reactions with just one simple, beautiful word. Coping.
The results tonight have been phenomenal. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
A scenario in which Donald Trump does win with 279 electoral votes, and they call it the Republican surge.
Crime family steal the election. The media is covering up. The Biden crime family steal this election. The media is covering it up.
Oh my goodness, all the networks. Wow! All the networks. We have to forget about the law. No, no, no. Stop that now. No, no, no. Stop that now.
The media is covering up.
In America, it's the human soul, and it's spreading out worldwide, demanding its liberty, and we will have 76 come hell or high.
The Associated Press said that Joe Biden is president. Ha! Yeah.
Well, wow, he was triggered, wasn't he? I mean, that is the definition of a leftist getting triggered. Doesn't like what he's hearing, he disagrees with it, doesn't understand foreign policies, mentioned something about being
covering up.
Now, because we're going to be releasing this to an audience that's primarily based in Indiana, I am going to have to sadly move on from making fun of Trump and his supporters before one of them decides to kill me. Unfortunately for both us and Greater Lafayette's immunocompromised crackheads, the coronavirus pandemic is still raging across America and seems to show no signs of slowing down. 2 states in particular have been hit especially hard: North and South Dakota.
North Dakota is now leading the nation in cases per capita. The surge has led to its first mask mandate in 2 cities, Fargo and Minot, although the mandate carries no penalty for noncompliance. South Dakota's cases are also among the fastest growing in the country, with almost 35,000 confirmed positive.
COVID has gotten so bad up there that they literally can't keep the people that are up for election alive long enough to actually win. David Andal, a North Dakotan running for Congress, won nearly 60% of the vote for a seat in the state legislature, nearly a month after he died from the virus. And not only that, but as hospitals in the state hit 100% capacity, the governor of North Dakota said that it was A-OK for doctors and nurses who had tested positive for the coronavirus could return to work. And it's really just insane. Look, this is supposed to be funny, but please, for the sake of yourselves and for your families, wear a mask and be responsible. At least keep in mind that if you don't, you're going to have to put up with more and more shitty Zoom classes and long lines to Harry's, and frankly, I don't think any of us wants that. Let's try and focus on some funny stuff again. Local officials in the town of Takikawa, Japan received reports recently of a huge upticks in bear sightings around their town. Now, it's worth noting, these bears didn't actually do anything to damage the town. They were just kind of there. So keep that in mind when you try to understand the level of force used in the officials' response. They worked with a local university to create motion-sensing robotic wolves that can detect bears and scare them away. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are the robots absolute therapy-inducing hell demons from the nightmare dimension? Yes. Yes, they definitely are. Now, my favorite part of this report is that they include footage of an actual bear being scared away, as if it was unclear whether or not these actual revenants that can scream, "I will skull fuck your lifeless body, you little man," and animalese aren't able to get the message across.
A botched restoration of a shepherdess statue in Spain's northern city of Palencia is causing dismay among residents. The once elegant-looking woman sculpted in the 20th century has now turned into what people are calling potato head. It is not known when the actual restoration, but it is getting attention after one local artist posted the before and after images on Facebook.
I don't even have anything funny to say about this one, honestly. Let's just point and laugh at it. Here, we'll do it together. Ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, well, that's like the 5th joke at Trump's expense, so some cop is definitely about to kill me out of self-defense. So, before I run out of the time to write a will, I'm going to turn it over to one of our correspondents with some stories about the weather. Take it away.
Clear skies. This right here cost me $150,000. I won it in the divorce with my ex-wife, Deborah. She's in Minnesota with my 2 kids. Will I ever see them again? I don't know. But if I decide to, it's going to be one long road trip with this piece of shit. I'm here with the iTap printer. I guess the first question I got to ask is, print XL hentai boobies? Print XL hentai boobies, please. Engineering school, my ass. All right, so we're here with
I'm Joe.
Joe?
Yeah.
As in like a man.
No, Joe like short for Joanna.
What the fuck, dude? God! That was my ex-wife, Deborah. She is a cancer survivor.
Alright, y'all motherfuckers ready? Alright, so this is my first time, so like, if I shit my pants, don't laugh at me, please. It already happened once. That'll be for another time. So anyways, this will be the first impression you guys have of me, and same with these people. This is my first time doing comedy. I was forced into this by gunpoint by that bitch right there. Anyways, first impressions, I would like to say I'm a pretty good expert at it. Let me give you guys an example. So I'm an RA at Hilltop. If you didn't know by, I'm very mature and blah, blah, blah. And earlier in training, we had these new people, and I was just chilling out doing what I'm doing. And this new baby RA says, "Oh my God, are you queer?" And I'm talking to someone else, and I fucking whip my head. I stare at her goddamn eyes. I look into her soul and say, "Motherfucker, you fucking racist? That's the other Asian bitch. Fuck off." I know, motherfucker, racist, whatever. Anyways, of course, Purdue promotes inclusion and all that, so I think I did my job really well, because the next day she quit. I'm just kidding. Or am I don't know, don't worry about it. Anyways, another very brief time of my excellent first impression skills was when I met my best friend, 6 years, love her, she's at home, yada yada yada. The way I met her was at a Halloween party. I was pretending to be a cripple with crutches because that makes everybody laugh, haha, disabled people. No, that's not funny, don't laugh, you're a terrible person, don't laugh at that. Anyways, the first time I met her, I fucking lunged at her and I choked her down here and I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you, I'm Claire." So as you can see, I'm very good with first impressions. But enough about my expertise and everything, because I know I'm really good. Like, I don't need no more smoke up my ass. So, my first impressions of other people, that is also interesting, maybe. So, guys, we all know that there's more of them than us women at Purdue, because it just be like that. That's the way the world works. The issue is, when I go down Purdue Memorial Mall, I'm like walking down and stuff, and I see a group of guys, and they're like, over here, sports, my dick's big, even though it's really not, blah, 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 ooga booga. So, the issue is, they take out their hand right here, and they adjust their dick. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for this. I didn't pay fucking $40K to see this. So, I know. So I look to my right, and there's another guy who fucking adjusting his dick while he's eating a burger or some shit. Like, that's unhygienic, and I didn't sign up for it. And I'm really worried that if I try to look down and just walk, some guy's gonna slide in, show me his, well, not show me, but move his fucking dick around. I don't know. In my head, I imagine the guys that wake up, brush their teeth, if they even do that, and then they adjust their dick. Like, ugh. And then they go over here, they go to class, study a little bit, not actually, take their pencil, itch their dick, adjust it. They go on a date. Hey, baby girl, what's up? Can I get your number? Let me adjust my dick first. It's like, guys, fuck. There's something called a bathroom. You can go in it privately, or there's something called like a fucking corner somewhere. Because you don't see girls going around like, "My coochie itches," and then like take a fat squat, use their hand and itch their coochie. No, you don't. It's common decency, guys, okay? So anyways, besides guys, because I love equality, 2020 progressive, please vote, don't want to step on that. Women, sororities, more importantly, because haha, yay, sorority squad, right? So the first time I had the impression of sororities, I was actually a freshman walking down back to Earhart. I lied, I'm not that tall as a freshman, I'm like down here because I'm Asian, right? So I'm walking down, just minding my own business. No, these are nice pants. Minding my own business, walking down, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? Fuck! And I turn around, and there's a group of these rushy sorority bitches. I'm like, I smell their privilege. It's too fucking strong. Fuck, I'm gonna die! And so, thank you. So I'm walking, and like, I'm short as fuck. I'm like 5'3", so down here, and I'm trying to rush ahead of them. but they're fucking 6 feet tall with their long ass string cheese legs, and I can't like compete with that. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna die. Because they're all wearing white, they're in a fucking cluster, I can't see. When I look behind me, it's so goddamn blinding, like, ah! And they're also going like, ooga, booga, ooga, like, coming for my ass.
We're now going to be interviewing the CDC on how they're handling coronavirus.
With the current pandemic outbreak in the United States and Canada and all across the world, it's important to stay precautious. That being said, I'm gonna grind this dirty ass rail. Check this out. And that's how you do it.